Will Michael Voss, the coach of the Carlton Footy Club, who's been good enough to join us this afternoon. G'day, Vossy, welcome.
Gaz?
Great to have you, big occasion, and I know that both football clubs have embraced the whole thing. We spoke off the top about the significance of the Good Friday appeal and how important it is, and both clubs were down at the Children's Hospital earlier in the week.
Yeah, I mean, we're extremely grateful that we're a part of this particular occasion, special event, and I think it probably wraps perspective around footy and what it means, but you know what we do get to do today is hopefully bring a bit of joy to people and a smile on the face.
All the best today, Vossy. You haven't lost a game this year, but you haven't exactly shot the lights out. How do you assess your team's form so far and the areas of improvement?
I think every week something's popping up that we want to continue to improve, which is probably not unexpected. We've still got some things that we want to make sure that we tidy up. In the main, there's some things through pre-season that we put a priority on that we've made some significant ground in, and we want to continue to make that ground. Some of our contest or scoring from stoppage has dropped a little bit, but the opposition aren't scoring either, so we've tightened up in a few areas that way.
Coming into this week, you get a pretty good indication. The ground last week looked like it was relatively heavy. You come in under the roof today. How did the team look and recovered throughout the week?
Yeah, there was some tricky conditions. You probably don't take that into consideration, but the ground was pretty tough. But having said that, we sort of fell a bit short in our finish. We hope with some dry conditions here and clear the roof that we can rectify that, but there's no guarantees on that. But we've certainly got to work on it, and we hope we get a transfer in this game.
Make some sense of that goal-kicking performance last week. I mean, it was across the board. We see it every week. We work, we try, and we realise how significant and important it is. But do you just put a line through it and say, get better, you blokes?
Yeah, I think so, because it's not something that isn't on our weekly training program. You know, the guys are having a go at every single week. We don't just put a spotlight on it one week and expect it to change. It's a body of work that we want to be able to do. We've given it lots of attention, but you know, some days it's on and some days it's off, and obviously that one didn't go our way.
During the week, Vossy, Gary compared Charlie Curnow and Harry Mackay to two roosters that are struggling to live in the same pen. Can these two roosters perform in the same pen, Vossy?
No, very clever, Gaz. Very clever. No, probably a bit of a hot take, I reckon. You know, we've looked at what they've done over, you know, I guess the last 12 months. It's been pretty significant, especially what Charlie's come off, and we also know they're pretty young in terms of their time that they've spent together. So there's a hell of a lot of upside in terms of those two working together, and I can guarantee you one thing: I would rather have them both together than not at all. So that's one thing.
That is right. And if Brownie told you the whole story, it's that roosters can coexist. You just got to respect each other's space. That was all. Hey,
well, Brownie never thought that two roosters could live up there, so that's why he took over.
Exactly right. Hey, good luck. How many Easter eggs if you win tonight?
No, I'll be diving into the chockies, no doubt, later tonight. I reckon the bunnies might get a bit of a workover, but Clarko's winding me up here. He seems to be, he looks like he wants a turn. So.
All right, good man. Appreciate your time. Thanks.
No worries, guys. Cheers.
Michael Voss.